Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Movie Gauge. I'm your host, Austin Gage, and this week we are going to be talking about Monsters University. Monsters University is the prequel to the 2001 genius animated comedy called Monsters Incorporated by Pixar. Pixar has created some of the best animated films in the past 2 or 3 decades, including Toy Story, Up, Finding Nemo, and of course Monsters Incorporated. Pixar is famous for its ability to flawlessly create these animated characters that really make you relate to them on an emotional level, whether you are rooting for a toy action figure to fly or a fish to find his way home. You can relate to these characters and you can cry along with them, but you can also laugh along with them. That's one thing that I absolutely adore about Pixar, is that while each of their movies have heart and a story to tell, 50 or 60% of the time, you're also going to be laughing your butt off throughout the entire film. And Monsters University is no different. It still follows the life of Mike Wazowski and Sullivan, the scare team from Monsters Incorporated that we grew to know and love so well, except this time we are placed in their college years, and we kind of are shown how they became who they are in 2001. I absolutely loved getting to see each of the individual characters as we know them in Monsters Incorporated be in their college years. It really just goes to show how their character develops, and some of that was just a huge laugh, and some of it was just really interesting to kind of see the relationships that happen and why some characters don't like others, or why two characters end up becoming the best of friends. The style of this movie is kind of the style of pretty much every college movie, in which some losers don't necessarily fit in, and then they do all these college games in order to prove themselves worthy among the other peers. And while that plot seems pretty generic and formulaic like a lot of movies in the past, Pixar seems to make it fresh with a lot of very interesting characters, some that we've never seen before, that just keep the laughs rolling and also really develop the heart of the movie. One thing that I really loved about Monsters University is the animation. Pixar does a great job of making the scare majors and the scare professors look legitimately terrifying. It's like they dove into my nightmares and then created them onto the big screen. While they are scary, they're still people. And that's what Pixar does best, is that you really feel like you could be a part of this world. Speaking of being a part of the world, the animation is incredible, not only in the monsters and their design, but the world itself. Even though you see these little animated creatures walking around everywhere, there's certain scenes where you're like, wait a second, are they just filming real life and then just animating monsters into it? Or have they completely created this CGI world that looks so beautiful but yet so realistic? All in all, I give this movie an 8 out of 10. The only reason being, towards in the middle, it kind of drags a bit, but it has an amazing opening and amazing ending, and all of the characters are fully developed, the laughs are there, the heart is had, and I really cared about this movie on an emotional level, and that's not something I can say about a whole lot of films. So, I highly recommend going to see Monsters University this weekend, whether you have kids or not. You can be a kid at heart, or if you're not, then you can still relate to being in college. Go! Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the review. Later this week, I'll be reviewing World War Z starring Brad Pitt, so I hope you tune in for that. If you do want to watch more of my videos, all you have to do is click subscribe on my YouTube channel, and the next time you log onto YouTube, it should pop up right there on your subscriptions. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.